So this year's theme in the symposium, as you know, is matriarchy, women, their contributions to community, their centrality to community. And we've been talking about that for a very long time behind the scenes, but this year's theme is right out front, recognizing how critically important the women in the NAIITS community and in the larger communities that we impact has been. And for me, we can't talk about NAIITS, we can't talk about the importance of NAIITS, the value of NAIITS, the rise of NAIITS, its significance, without talking about the single most important matriarch in the NAIITS community, our Wendy Peterson, my big sister. Wendy's contributions, not just to the thinking about NAIITS when we first launched the ideas of NAIITS, but her contributions to the shaping of the journal and the telling of the stories that each year emerged at the symposiums that people like you brought here from their research, from their reflections, from their experiences in the Indigenous world. Wendy curated those. Wendy brought those things together in a readable format in a journal that eventually became the single most important journal on Indigenous theology and mission, published annually, published regularly around the globe. Wendy was and still is, as she hovers over us, having passed on from this life to the next, the matriarch of the NAIITS community. It isn't that those other women in this community, Sherry and Cheryl and others like Nicole today and Jen, weren't contributing to the community, but Wendy was the matriarch. She was the one that you could look to and realize that women were not just welcomed in the NAIITS community, but shaping and forming and fashioning the community we were becoming. Wendy helped me in a significant way as my big sister. It wasn't a legal adoption, but we adopted one another over the years. I became her bratty little brother and she became my overbearing big sister at times. But she always held me to task in the way in which I treated women, the way in which I thought about women. She helped me become a better human being with respect to how I looked at women in our community and in the wider world. When I struggled to understand a situation with a woman or with women in general, I'd call her up, or if she was handy, I'd go and have a cup of coffee with her and say, here's the situation I'm in, what do I do? How do I manage this? Not just in a superficial way and not just in a way to pragmatically deal with someone, but in a way that authentically saw them and respected them. That was Wendy to me in a very real way. And that in turn helped shape the NAIITS community. I had the privilege of being the founding chair and director for NAIITS, and to do that effectively over the years required Wendy's presence in my life and in the life of this community.